So I guess something that keeps coming up in my mind is, what is this deal with religion? It seems so irrelevant, it seems so childish to me, and yet so many people seem to believe it with such militant fervor and zeal. And I'll give you my example that I remember as a child, uh, my mother would take me to the fire temple, and I used to hate it because it was the most stupid thing I would do. That you had to put this so-called holy water on yourself, you had to go in front of the fire, and then when you came home, the priest would supposedly pray on the fruit, and the fruit was supposed to be holy fruit that tasted better, and it didn't really taste better. I think it's similar to langar. People say it tastes better in the temple than in the house, but then you're not supposed to let it fall on the ground. You're not supposed to give it to people who are not part of your religion. This just seems so stupid, and it just seemed like a cult. And I didn't experience anything different in that temple or eating the fruit, but it seemed like my mother and other people experienced something different, or to me it seemed like people were just pretending, and I didn't want to go on with that farce. But I've noticed this happens in most religions. Like just now as I was on the way here, there was mass in temple and people were standing like this looking at the sky, and I'm not sure there was anything happening to them when they did that. It just seemed like a put on social convention.
You called the whole thing childish, and that gives me a point to start from. See, who are we? We are born kids. Kids, immature, dependent, enslaved to their physical tendencies, bodily configuration and habits. That's how human beings are born. Now, physically, it is evident that we are born small and dependent and immature and unwise. And it appears when you just look at the body of the kid that in the course of time, over the next 20-25 years, we grow up. And when we grow up physically, we are said to be adults, mature, thoughtful, wise, free, capable, independent. But that does not really happen or always happen in the psychological sense, the growth that is. Inwardly, we are born a kid and we remain the kid. What is religion then? There is a religion that liberates us from our inner tendencies and inner weaknesses and the inner darkness. And there is a religion that acts as a toy in the hands of the child. Right? So religion is not one thing. but two things really. To keep these two distinct, I sometimes call real religiosity as spirituality, and the common kind of religion that you referred to as just organized religion. Unfortunately, as would be evident, mostly what we see is a display of the latter kind of religion, where instead of religion being able to grant us the benefit that we so deeply need, it actually becomes a continuation of our immaturity. It actually becomes another bondage on the one who is already in so many chains. The presence of the wrong kind of religion should not convince us into thinking that the childish displays of ceremony and hollow superstitions and rituals and practices are all that is there to religion. These are mostly acts of ignorance. You could call these rather as distortions in the spirit of religion. That's not real religiosity. We need real religion. Religion is not just an unnecessary thing foisted on us by history, by tradition, by the priests. Religion is a liberating force. True religion, pure religion. Not the branded kind of religion, not what goes by in the name of religion. Religion is not an unnecessary addition to the long list of problems we already have. If religion is true, it is a solution rather to the core problem that we have. But I understand where you're coming from. Mostly, overwhelmingly, what we see is just the wrong kind. So I understand. Yes.
So you said true religion, not the organized kind. And you said true religions are liberating. So what exactly is this true religion? Is it the life of the saints? Is it what's its essence? If it's so corrupted today, where can I find it, or what is it?
See, the essence of true religion is self-knowledge. Why is the essence self-knowledge? Because as we said, true religion has to be a liberating force. religion exists for us, therefore it has to do intimately with our condition. We must know what our condition is, and that is self-knowledge. And when we know what our condition is, then we know what to keep in ourselves, what to drop, what ails us, and therefore what could be a possible solution. This process of self-knowledge with a deep assurance that freedom from the internal bondages is possible is the essence of true religion. Pure, simple, direct. This is what true religion is.
Freedom from bondage.
Freedom from inner bondages that we are born with, and the bondages that get manifested in the world around us, in our social systems, in our education, in our family, in our politics. So because they are within us, we see them all around us. So if you look at the human being, inside of himself he is deeply conditioned. The body itself is the primary conditioning. And then all around him are forces that only deepen and aggravate his conditioning. So that's the human condition. And that's why man needs religion. Religion is not unnecessary. As long as we are who we are, we will continue to need religion. As long as the kid is born the way he is, we will continue to need religion.